Dear friends, greetings from eResource Development Center, Snatandhram College, Ambala, Kent. In continuation of video series of OBS training, this video will acquaint you with interface of OBS. So let's start. Double click on the OBS Studio icon available on your desktop to start OBS. Once the OBS is opened, the screen will be displayed. This is the interface of OBS. If we understand the interface of any software, it is very easy to learn that software. So let's see the important components of the screen. This white bar that you are seeing, it is the title bar of the OBS, which displays the name of the software and the name of the file. This is the menu bar. If you click on any of the option of menu bar, you will see a pop-up window which shows you the set of commands. By selecting these commands, you can perform certain actions. Now, other important components of OBS screen is this section, which is divided into 4 parts: scenes, sources, audio mixer, and controls. Now, these scenes and sources are the meat of OBS. Scenes are just like the scenes of a story, which is the collection of acts and actors. As we have scenes in the story, in the same way we have scene in the OBS. Within a scene, we can add multiple sources. Source lets you define what you want to capture by OBS. The various sources available under OBS are: you can capture a window, you can capture a video, you can capture a scene, you can capture a game, you can capture the display activities, an image or image slideshow. The bunch of sources are available here, which you can select and add to the sources. Every scene can have single source or multiple sources attached with that scene, and you can toggle between the scenes to work on multiple sources. There can be multiple scenes, and within a scene there can be multiple sources. I'm again repeating, source lets you define what you want to capture. You want to capture an image, a text, image and text both, your display activities, your videos, or something else. There are a bunch of sources available under OBS software. Now, this third part is the audio mixer. Audio mixer lets you define the audio input source. See, in my window, you can see 2 input sources here. One is mic and another is desktop audio. Desktop audio is, you want to record whatever is being played on your laptop. It can be a music, it can be voices of a video, any speech, or suppose some webinar is going on and speakers are speaking in the webinar, so you want to record their speeches. So for that, this desktop audio input source will be used. And another is mic. Mic source is used if you want to record your own voices or your own audio. You are speaking something, you are narrating something, and you want to record that. You are singing, you want to record your song, or you are narrating some or you are demonstrating some activity and you want to record your narration. So for that, you will use this audio input. The fourth section is the control section. Control section lets you initiate the recording and the streaming. If you want to record, you will click on the start recording button. When you will click on the start recording button, it will change to stop recording button. So once your recording is done, you will click again here to stop the recording. In the same way, if you want to live cast your display activities, you will click on start streaming. Once the streaming is over, you will again click here to stop the streaming. In the same way, we have studio mode here. Studio mode is used only in the streaming. It is useful in streaming. Activating studio mode allows you to change your scenes in the background without your viewers being able to see you making those changes. After you click on the studio mode, you will see the current live session scene on the right while you edit scene on the left. So whatever editing you are doing while streaming, that will not be shown to the viewers. But we will concentrate on the recording part in this video. Then the setting part lets you set the properties of your audio inputs sources, the video resolutions or video output, and hotkeys. So if you want to define, you want to change any settings, you can click on the setting button. So it will show you the different options. General option, where you can set the language, the output messages, the projection. Stream, if you want to do the live streaming, you have to specify you want to stream on YouTube or Facebook. You have to select the service from here, the name of the server, the stream key. That is used only in the streaming. The output of your video can be set from here in the output option. In the same way, if you want to change your audio settings, you can click on the audio tab. If you want to change the video settings, you can change from here. The output resolution of the video, the base canvas resolution of your video, those things can be changed from here. In the same way, when we'll apply image slideshow, or we will use the video capturing, then if you want to define certain hotkeys, you can change from here. So this is the setting part, and to close your OBS you have to click on the exit button. So I'll just repeat it again. The scenes, we can add the scenes from here by clicking on the plus symbol. Once you click on the plus, it asks you for the name of the scene. You define the name of the scene and click on OK. A new scene will be entered here. Select the scene. With this scene you can associate a source. To associate a source, click on the plus button in the source section and select the source which you want to use to capture. For example, I want to capture the display capture. So I'll click on display capture. It will say you want to create a new display capture or you want to use the existing one. So I'll select new one and click on OK. So a new source will be added here. In the next video, I will explain the working of the various sources, how we can record the various sources using the scenes. So there can be multiple scenes and every scene can have a single or multiple sources associated with that scene. As far as this audio mixer is concerned, this audio mixer has different sections. This bar that you are seeing at the above side of desktop audio, it is known as volume meter. Volume meter, the colored bars that lights up as audio goes through a source. This second bar, this blue bar, is known as the fader. It is the volume slider for that source. I can increase or decrease the volume through this slider. This is the mute button. If I don't want to record the desktop audio, I will click on this mute button. Or if I don't want to record what I am speaking, then I'll click on this. The mute button will switch that source off, and when you will be speaking, your mic will not record your voice. And if you switch off, you will put this mute for desktop audio. So whatever voices are playing on the desktop, those will not be recording. This is the setting button or the option button, which lets you change the properties or add filters to your audio sources. Now this volume meter have three zones known as red zone, yellow zone and green zone. The red zone, this area should be avoided as it can cause clipping which sounds unpleasant. If you will speak very loudly, it will start reaching to this red zone, and when it is reaching to the red zone, that sounds will seems unpleasant. So avoid this red zone. Yellow zone, speech should always stay in here, occasionally touching the red zone. And the green zone, everything else including music, game audio and alert sound effects should remain here. So this is the volume meter for your audio source. So this was the basic interface of your OBS Studio. This highlighted area is the infinity window, which lets you resize your source or crop your source. So if you want to add the video display as sources, then you want to resize the size of your video, you can do it using this infinity window. In the coming videos, we will see how we can add a source in the scene and how we will capture or record using different sources. Thanks.